Hey guys, time for another update on how the Volunteer Fire Academy is going. So last week was week 7, which means actually we're about a third of the way through the academy, so that's kind of exciting. I think the main thing on everybody's mind last week, though, was that our next big state certification test was coming up this week, which is actually week 8. The test was going to be covering 13 chapters worth of hazmat operations materials, and it has a bit of a reputation. It's getting a reputation for being a pretty rough test, and it's the first time that the test is being given after the state added all this new hazmat stuff. So I think a lot of my classmates were kind of nervous about it. I know I was. So even though most people were probably stressing about the test like I was, and trying to get all the quizzes and the tests done for each chapter that you have to do in order to take the state test, in the academy we were right back to some of the skills and techniques that we had to learn. So we got right back to work and focused on portable fire extinguishers and ropes and knots. So with portable fire extinguishers, you have the kind that you typically have in your home, or you should have in your home. But we learned about the 5 different types that there are and why and when we should use them. And then because the MAC has awesome facilities and some of these awesome props that mimic different types of fires and scenarios, we were able to actually get some hands-on experience using these extinguishers too. So that was really cool. Everybody got to do that. We're going to show you some pictures and videos from all of that. So last night, we were working with ropes and ladders and pulling ladders up and learning about how to raise these ladders. I mean, anything from a 24-foot ladder to I think we had a 30 out there. So it was our first time, raising ladders and everything. And we had 2 teams on this side of this 2-story practicing raising the ladders with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, just depending. And then we had a couple teams on the other side where I was doing the same thing. So again, just practicing carrying a ladder, like if you got it off a truck and you were bringing it towards the building, and then having to raise it up, bring it down, and all the techniques that go into that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. And then we moved on to ropes and knots. So this tower here, like a lot of other things at the MAC, we're able to use to really put us in situations. So this is a 4-story building. This is a little bit shorter, but we were able to use this. So we had teams down here, and we had teams upstairs, and we were practicing the ropes and knots to raise equipment like pike poles and axes and ladders and hoses. And I'll be honest, when I was younger, I was probably the last kid in my class who learned to tie his shoes. And my solution to tying something securely has always been to tie about 5 or 6 basic knots and hope it holds itself. So I was pretty excited to get into ropes and knots and learn about that. But it was really cool to be able to get up here, get in a situation like if you were in a building or you were on a house or something like that and you needed to raise tools. So something that's commonly used. And we learned several different knots, and we were able to carry some things up all these floors from down here, and our team securing them, and we'll show you some pictures and videos from that too. But we were able to do all that and learn some common knots for tying different things in the fire service and things that are used. So again, pike poles that were like 6 feet long, an axe, an extension ladder, even hose. So it was really cool to do it from here, to do it over there from the 4-story building. And again, the MAC facilities just give us that experience to be able to do it and practice it and learn with our hands, really getting to work and doing all that stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's our update for week 7 of the Volunteer Academy. In a few days, we'll come back and let you know how week 8 went, which we're in the middle of right now. And so let you know how that test went, that hazmat test went, and let you know all the things we're learning right now. We're working with ladders. So obviously firefighters use ladders, and we have to know how to properly raise them, secure them, climb them. And spoiler alert, they're heavy, they're big. So getting some work in this week with that. And we'll let you know how that goes, show you some videos and pictures from that. So thanks again for watching. Hope everybody's appreciating getting an inside look at the Academy and how the MAC facilities are just really, really great for the Academy and gives us that experience we wouldn't get elsewhere. So appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in.